Rare or uncommon?
Another uncommon. That is uncommon, isn't it? Oh, it's just common.
Oh, a god.
Locust god.
It's not a scarab god, but it's a god.
Create a blue-red insect.
Whenever you draw a card. That could actually go.
That
That could actually kind of
works
work
in
in
one.
mill, because
Yeah.
psychic corrosion is you draw a card, your opponent mills too. So you could actually have the locust, and that also gives you like a board presence as well.
Yeah.
So it's not your typical strong, streamlined engine, but it would be a really unusual mill that I think would be a little more unique to you.
Yeah, I might look at that. Okay. I mean, I've got that. I could buy 2 more.
How many
packs.
wild cards do you have?
Where's the wild card pack?
No, the lotus next to the. Okay. You've only got 3 rares, and I think Psychic Corrosion. Psychic Corrosion, I think, is uncommon. Fraying Sanity is rare. If you go to collection, yeah, all that.
Yeah. Okay. So PSY.
What are you looking for?
Psychic corrosion.
Well, no. What you've got there is Phi.
Sorry, you're right.
You should probably, to be honest, you should probably let me do the spelling.
Yeah. Okay. You can do the spelling, Charlie.
You're gonna. Okay. Oh, you've already,
already
got
have
3.
Okay.
Just
fine.
click them. Just click them. Just click them and redeem for a 4th.
Confirm.
Okay. You already have 4 psychic symbiotes too.
Oh, nice.
Nice. That's definitely. Yes. Okay,
Now
go back
I
to the
want
thing.
Locust god.
Well, first we're going to look at your.
I have none.
You don't have any. And
I
they're
can
red.
only get 3.
Definitely do. If you specifically want to be building in mill, get 3.
Okay.
You could also buy some more Hour of Devastation packs with coins. 1, you might unlock it. 2, it might give you another rare wild card.
True. I'll get 2, and then I'll buy 2. What is that? Hour of Devastation, is it?
Yep.
Save and exit. Invalid deck.
No, that's just telling you that the deck isn't legally
Okay.
playable. It'll still save it.
So Hour of Devastation, 1 pack, 2 pack. It's not going. I need 1 more to get.
No, yeah. Ripperoonie. But that might be a wild card. It wasn't.
It wasn't. Fingers crossed. It wasn't.
No.
So I only have 2.
I just pressed the plus next to Fraying Sanity. The 2 and going Fraying Sanity, just that's nope.
So that gives me
Are you
3.
sure you have the reading comprehension to play mill?
No.
Mastery of Inquiries.
Okay, just let me.
okay.
I've got to do something first. I was going to.
Oh, you're looking for the Locust God. He's not in. He's not.
He's blue red, isn't he?
Yes. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Please, let me speed this up.
Okay, Locust God.
You also have enough mythics to just get a playset of him if you want to disobey the Legion rule. To get him out reliably. If you want to be
I
able to
think
get him
2
reliably.
to get him out reliably would be.
Well,
good.
no. If you want to get him out to run reliably without hitting the Legion rule, you run 3.
Fine, I'll go 3.
Okay.
Now I'm going to need dual land. So what is the best dual land for this slot?
At the moment, you'll be running 3 color because you've got some mill and black, and you've got. So you probably actually want to be running. Oh my goodness! What if all your red black were dual lands anyway? Land hybrid. Enters in tap. You've only got 1 of those. Enters in tap. Yeah, the colors that you have available are not super awesome.
I'll get the canal.
You don't even have any red black lands.
Yes, I do.
I mean,
Well,
like
not
good ones.
Yeah. Oh wait, there's the red blue one. No, that's not a good one either.
Or the good ones that use your blue already in there.
Yeah.
And you don't even. that one. Okay, other than that, you're going to end up having to... Chances are, but this is still like theory crafting, you might technically be able to do this in mono blue, so if you like, you could actually remove the symbiote completely.
I think, yeah, I mean, what does he do?
It's got card draw on it, so it would trigger the Locust God as well. And it's a 3/3 flying with discard.
So that is helpful.
Yeah, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's screw black. Let's ignore... We're not going to build in dimmer. Screw that. We're going to do Izzet mill. You shouldn't need to... Oh, right. It's because you turned off land suggestion.
Ah.
We'll just turn it back on just for ease of use.
Okay. Hey, I didn't know you could do that.
Turn it back on again?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're not actually going to be building in those colours. We're going to be building in these colours. And that's because the land filter's still on, right? That should get everything you want. So Minister of Inquiries, Compelling Argument. Although Compelling Argument, you've only got the one off, but it's a common. So combining Compelling Argument with the Fraying Sanity. Yeah.
How much do I have? I have heaps of commons. Not as much uncommons.
It's also, get this,
what?
got Cycling.
It does too,
So
yes.
on its own, can trigger the Locust God. Let's see.
What's that?
Seer of Tomorrow. Pay 1, tap, discard a card. Target player puts the top 3 cards of the library. I mean, it does the thing.
I could get a playset of him, but...
Yeah, I mean, it's got some toughness on it, but that's what the Ministry of Inquiries does as well. The Ministry of Inquiries is significantly cheaper. Yeah. And because we're doing energy from that, you're obviously going to be wanting to run Glimmer of Genius, full play set, because it's card draw and energy to feed into the Ministry of Inquiry. So you should have a full play set of...
I can get...
Do you want...
Yeah,
is that okay if
it.
I just... Okay,
yeah.
Yep. This is why you can just do this in like mono blue, honestly.
I mean, so far we're only doing the Locust Gods.
Because this is also like the card draw, you see.
Oh, okay.
And because the Locust God does produce creatures, theoretically, red has some card draw, mostly in the form of cantrips.
Yep.
And some of them you might find useful, so let's have a look. Trample is not particularly relevant to you. Implement of Combustion might be for the 1 damage ping. That's good. That's definitely good.
Yes, get that.
This for the same reason, but that one draws more cards. Okay, so you actually have like some really, really good bones here. Really, really good bones.
What was that? I thought... What? There, dark.
That splashes in black.
Oops,
yeah,
somebody's scratching me. Oh, somebody's biting me. Hello, you. Yes, I know I haven't fed you yet. It's 5 o'clock, that's why. It's right on 5 o'clock. Boy, his belly works to a clock. I still need...
I want to make an Izzet pun.
Okay. Izzet mildew. Brilliant.
Ooh. Deals damage to any target, including them directly, so burn, equal to the number of cards in your hand. Discard all those cards, then draw that many cards.
I can only get one of them. Well, I can't get any more of them, but yeah, go for it then.
Yeah, I should probably check actually. I don't have my phone here, but that Locust God, it doesn't say whenever you draw 1 or more cards. It says whenever you draw a card. So I think you do get a token, which has flying.
Okay.
I think you do get a token for each card you draw, which is why this is just a really good deal a bunch of damage.
I don't have enough. I used them on the Locust God to get 3 of the Locust God out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought... Locust God is mythic, though. This is rare. But I know what you mean. You use them on the Fraying Sanity.
You can probably get another Locust God. I mean, how much mythic do I have?
You do have enough for another Locust God. The thing is, do you really want a play set of a legendary?
Probably not. Is there any planeswalker that will help?
Especially since whenever he dies, he just keeps coming back to your hand. So you're pretty much always going to have one in your hand or on the battlefield.
There is a blue planeswalker that does card draw. There, Dovin Bean, what does he do?
Bean?
Ban, sorry.
The diving bean.
Yes. Oh, no, it's not the one I thought.
You do gain 2 life and draw a card, but honestly, that last ability, which is basically just like, screw you, you don't get to cast ever again. The problem is that his colours include white. He's an Azorius control planeswalker.
Who's the
Saheeli Rai, you'd be able to put in there, but she doesn't have any synergy. Copy of target artifact or creature you control, but the only real creatures you'll be running are like Ministerial of Inquiries.
Yeah.
She has the scry and dealing 1 damage. To be honest, the damage is not relevant. You're going for mill. The reason this is good is that it's any target, so you can use it to kill specific creatures as well. Which is a point. I wonder if you want to have like more red damage spells.
Yeah, maybe
like,
a playset of shock.
Well, the thing is, shock is good and flexible, but because you're not going for damage towards the player directly, you can use...
Draw a card.
Yep.
That's
You can use spells that aren't necessarily that have stronger value for cost because they only target players. I'd say full playset of that is good because this was the scry draw. And then ideally you'd have another one in there from another Fraying Sanity, but that doesn't count as card draw, so we know we passed out on that one. Oh, probably. You know what would actually be good?
What was that fish you had?
Oh, I know the one. It costs 7 though. I suppose.
Oh, why
Locust
not?
God does cost no, it would actually cost 9. I think maybe. Well, I'd actually say go for sleep because you're not going for combat at the moment, so that'll be good. But if you were talking about the Swallower,
did you not spell it right?
I should have. You haven't collected it. That's why.
Ah.
Yeah, it costs 7.
And I don't think I have any.
Look, if you use the Swallower with Fraying Sanity, the second that attacks, like they're boned. You play that, it attacks, and then in your second main phase you play Fraying Sanity. Surprise, they did.
Yeah, but I can't get any.
Yeah, but you can't. You don't have any. You don't have any rares left.
No.
It's also like really, really slow. The deck that I'm building that used Swallower and Fraying Sanity is modern, so it actually uses like cheaper zombifiers and stuff to get it out earlier. It's also in dimmer, and we're deliberately being weird. We're building our mill in Izzet.
Well, 2 more cards. What can I put into?
And the reason I'm doing that is because I'm sure that there are some more useful. Okay, that's for your creatures, although a lot of your creatures you probably end up using for... I mean, that's not bad, but it's not relevant. Blue's got some good draw, like this, blink of an eye. It's control, and you can kick it to draw a card.
Okay.
You've only got
and I can blink something that gets me...
It says permanent, but you're not running any ETB. So you wouldn't...
Okay.
But you can use it if they use, like, destroy target enchantment. You can use Blink of an Eye to return it to your hand.
Oh, that's
so I would
Chief
actually
of Compliance.
Chief of Compliance, yeah.
Compliance, sorry.
And whenever... You need to be running counters to be able to get value from him, because we're not running counter spells. I would actually say you've only got 1 more common wild card. I would put it on this one.
Okay, do it.
Honestly, I would want a playset of this. There are actually a lot of decent card draw things. You get, for example, the Hieroglyph one, because you can rotate it for 1 or cast it for... this dude...
That puts me 2 over.
Yeah, that does put you 2 over, but now you have some good bones. And you can experiment with them and see how it feels. Just once to see how it feels.
Cool.
Gosh, I would love to have that many uncommons, but I've just consumed all of my uncommons trying to build, like, bad fish. And... Okay.
It's a pity we can't choose to play against each other.
Maybe they'll probably add friends list when it actually goes live. It's just
True.
What card do you think represents what you're trying to do here the bestest?
Well, I do like the Locust God.
Okay, do you want to put in some tapped dual lands, or are you comfortable with that? 'Cause
I'm
you've got,
kind of comfortable with that.
yeah, most of them are single colour. The only ones that require 2 of one colour is one copy of Sleep and 1 copy of Fateful
Yeah,
Showdown.
no, that's fine. Right,
Alright.
let's play it and for the lols, Charlie, for the lols.
So basically, I'm going to be sitting down for another hour yet.
Not another hour. This is the like.
Of course, because we're not running black. One of the things is like the frame sanity is that if you're running black, you can run a whole lot of discard, which
Yeah.
means that there's going to be frame sanity is going to hit them harder. Your other
True.
things that you can have in blue are patient rebuilding.
I go first, so I can turn 1 opt, turn 2 I'll be able to.
Yeah, I'd say yep. Keep in mind that if you get mana starved, you can cycle compelling
Yeah.
argument to try and turn it into land.
I hate doing that.
Alright, but don't, no!
Oh,
It is instant. Use it at the end of their turn.
okay.
Keep in mind that they might still think you have a censor, which is a 1-drop counter spell, or any other things in response. It's just generally a good habit to do things in response.
Okay.
Okay, now. Now you're thinking like a blue mage. Yep. Because you want to be able to play your Fraying Sanity
Yeah.
for early value.
True. Right.
Probably neither of them. You don't have anything you want to return that's important. And one of the values of Blink of an Eye is kicking it for card draw. You can always play Compelling Argument for cycling if you specifically need it for whatever, but it'll get more value if you play it on top of Fraying Sanity.
Yeah.
If you have to discard a card, I would say Compelling Argument, actually. You need Blink of an Eye for control. You need Fraying Sanity for, your win condition. And Locust God is cool, and we want to see him do cool things, which are cool.
So,
Them,
enhanced
target
play.
them.
Target them? Okay.
There's actually one point. If anything, I'd be tempted to take out the Cathartic Reunion. Because yes, you draw 3 cards, which generates 3 things, but you have to be able to discard 2 into it.
Yeah.
Which means if you lose card advantage for any reason, it becomes a dead draw.
Okay. X. Where X is.
Yeah, but they didn't cast anything, so...
Okay. Ooh. Compel an argument on them.
Yeah. Left.
Top 5 cards, or is that me? Because.
No, it's top 5. You put it on them,
Okay.
and they will mill another 5. Why? You control that aura, that's why it's on your field.
Okay.
But it's targeting them. Why are you trying to overpay for stuff all the
I
time?
don't know.
No, great, you put an embalm in there, apparently.
I did. So that's 45, 40. What are they? Zombie deck. Okay, 1 more mana would be good. Or I just do a second one of that.
Yep, that'll work nicely. That's not a second one, that's a different one.
Sorry, you're right, it is.
What is wrong with you?
I don't know. Okay, so that
Which
one
means
is...
each time on your turn they're going to be milling 4.
Yeah.
2 from Psychic Corrosion and 2 from Fraying Sanity.
That's if I live that long.
Yeah, this is why normally you would be wanting to have those... There's the 1-2s that I put in there, or the... Gosh, the other chump. But you're just not getting him.
I'm not getting anything.
I think you might need to Cathartic Reunion and see if you can draw into a creature. That, or because you just don't have Glimmer of Genius, you just don't have enough for Glimmer of Genius. Not unless you can top deck a card now. And you didn't, yeah. So yes, Cathartic Reunion, God and Glimmer. I wanna play the Locust God, but you're not gonna survive long enough to get him.
Submit.
Okay, you finally have a creature.
Yes.
Also, there you go, Psychic Corrosion. Ba-doom. Ba-doom. Ba-doom.
Far out, that goes so quick. Okay, enters the battlefield, I get X. Why not?
You're going to basically need to chump the 4-3 with it, but even that,
I don't even
it's
think
not even
that's-
going to be enough, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So that's game.
Yep.
The deck didn't do that well there, Charlie.
Yeah, he didn't have any creatures in the early game.
And zombies is pretty quick.
It might be that we're running too much mill and we need to run more control, so if we just put in like a playset of Essence Scatter.
Okay, yeah.
Well, that's why one of the other things I was going to do was go through, because I mentioned before how burn spells that only target creatures are way more powerful for their CMC because they only target creatures. But we hit 62, so I stopped looking through. But otherwise, I would go through the red here. Oh my goodness! Even damage. I actually know a card that would be great if you had it. It's called Sweltering Suns. It's CMC 3. This would also help. I mean, you're not running pirates, and it wouldn't help you against pirates, but it hits all the creatures. The things I'm thinking,
I don't see sweltering there.
yeah, well,
there it is.
CMC 3.
What is it? It's a rare. It sucks.
3 damage to each creature, and if they're not playing against creatures, you can cycle it, which counts as another card draw.
Yeah.
It is, it is. Why is that? That's not... Oh, I mean, it contains red, that's why.
Yeah. There's the Blazing Volley. 1 damage to each creature your opponent controls.
It's 1 for a shock, which is it's basically a shock that can turn into like 4 damage. So that's a nice flexible spell. I would run that over shock. That's an option too, because you have energy gain from Glimmer of Genius and Ministry Requirements, ETB. You also have the Shielded Aether Thief. We didn't see any use of them, but that's got the card draw and energy.
Yeah.
So that's an option for burn. It's bringing it up because I'm trying to do damage to target creature, but because their types are all creature, it's just showing me anything that deals damage at all. Here we go, that's a good one.
It is. And I have 3
three
of
for
them.
5 damage, and if it's kicked, you can divide 10 damage, so you can do some. Of course, kicking requires a lot of mana, but it's
Yeah.
still 5 damage for 3. Compare that to a lightning bolt, which is 3 for 2.
That Goblin Chain Wielder is good. Wish I had some more of him. Any of him. 3 damage to each creature.
Yeah, but you need to
Sacrifice
sacrifice an artifact, and Sweltering Suns would just be better, because not only do you not have to sacrifice an artifact, it's got a lower CMC.
Yep.
I mean, that kind of does it, but the problem is you don't care if they take damage, because you're not trying to kill them with damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, based on what you have, without buying more, I would say Shivan Fire and Fight with Fire.
Okay.
But then the problem is that you're even more over, at which point then I'd probably say, for consistency's sake, well, the sleep would have helped you immensely if you had that.
Yes, it would have.
It would have bought you a turn from all of them, as opposed to just killing one thing. I would say remove these, because sacrificing 2 cards makes them a lot less flexible, because it's a lot easier to end up in a point where you can't take advantage of it. Even though it does synergize really well flavor-wise.
Possibly the tormenting voice as well.
Well, I think that's still important for hand fixing. The reason for getting rid of Cathartic Reunion is that you have to sacrifice 2 into it, and that's even better for rotating your hand out. As we saw, we had cards that we couldn't spell and we rotated them out. But if they're running discard, or we start top decking and then we draw it, it's a lot harder to use a Cathartic Reunion. Honestly, I'm just done with that. I'm just done.
Okay. Well, one more game and then it will be dinner time. I'll probably split this into 2 playthroughs anyway.
Honestly, you might need to split it into way more than that. Draft 1, draft 2, and then this, because like 3 hours.
Wise. That's probably wise.
3 hours. Even editing out all your load screens.
Yeah. Well, I've got some editing to do tonight. That's good.
Ministry of Inquiries, good.
So keep.
Yeah. To be honest, if you wanted to make this really strong, we would make it mono blue.
Yeah. I don't really think there's anything else to do. So he's got nothing.
For the sake of value, you probably should have played Compelling Argument anyway.
I can always play it a bit later. Like, I can play it now. You reckon?
I don't know. I would always be tempted to leave it so I can get more value off, but you don't have a fraying sanity, so you should pass it now, because that's about as much. You have no idea how long it's going to be before you get any more value than that.
Yeah.
See, right now you're looking very mono blue anyway.
I can play that and kick it.
Yes, but you need to have a valid target.
Ah, true.
The only thing you could actually kick at the moment is your enchantment, and then you wouldn't gain any value from the card draw. I guess their hand was not great.
Or they just saw blue, 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 and
blue,
like,
blue, blue,
yep,
blue,
screw you.
no. And it's like, no thanks, I'm tired of this. There's enough of this in my rank. Bye.
Well, shall we call that a night? Millstone. Oh, millstone. That actually looks interesting.
I mean, if you like, but artifacts like that are trying. It's not as strong as a coloured spell. It's just this is how you try and. What are you trying to do?
Just mills. M-I-L-L. Haha. Oh crap! I spelled it wrong. I mean, I've got 2 of them now, so...
Yeah, now your deck size is 68 ripperoonies. You may as well remove all of the red and make it playable.
Well, if I remove all the red, then I don't have Locust Guard.
Yeah, exactly.
I want Locust Guard. I'll remove that.
Well, no, because you need that... And then you may as well move Sleep, because it's only a 1 of. And it's also a double colour. You're removing anything that requires 2 of 1 colour that maintains your flexibility, because you don't have very many good lands.
Yes. That's it. Haha. We're good. We are good, Charlie. Of course, having Gutter Snipe would be nice as well. Because Gutter Snipe. I love Gutter Snipes.
It's not relevant though.
I do play a few instant and sorcery.
No, I don't mean... You are building a mill deck. You do not care what their life total is.
True.
Literally the only thing Gutter Snipe does is affect their life total. You don't care. You should be running card draw or anything that synergizes what they're trying to do. I'd say keep. You got your colours. You got 3 plays. 4 if they're playing creatures. Leave that towards the end. Yeah, see right now you need a blocker that gains energy from blocking. So Shielded Aether Thief.
It's flash.
Yes it is. I'm surprised you noticed. I honestly expected that as soon as I said that you just immediately play it.
He's not blocking anything.
So you can't flash in your second Aether Thief in response. But you can put it at the end of his turn and then opt.
I know. I'm going to opt anyway. I mean, it's going to mill them, but I'd rather a bit more land at the moment. Just like that. So, Minister of Inquiries.
What's your fight with fire? That's dealing 5 damage to a target. Yeah, they're not important enough for it.
No.
I'd probably say Glimmer of Genius and see if you can scry your way to an enchantment that'll help you.
Okay.
Well, I mean like at instant speed. Okay, so flash you recognise, but not instant.
Whatever. No attacks. So, now Glimmer or on their turn?
No, on their in their turn.
Okay.
Let them think you can flash in other stuff. It also gives you the chance to blink of an eye, draw a card. Yeah.
Or just let them quit like that. Come on, I want to kill someone by removing their deck.
Because it means if they played a Saproling Lord, you could instead kick return and draw a card that way.
Okay. Anyway, let's call that quits there. I shall go feed the cats to stop them biting my elbows
And
as
I'm going
I
to
play.
finally get my daily login bonus for Warframe. You know what? I've been waiting for an invasion and Legion so my priest can get his class mount, and I bet 3 of them happened while I was sitting here. How does that make you feel?
Pretty happy, actually.
Oh no!